and she mentioned how, the reason, black people are unsuccessful amongst other black people is because black people culturally are socialist. And I was like, whoa, whoa, what is going on? Black people are socialists? Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Yeah, it's people feeling like you owe them. No one owes you nothing in this world. No one owes you nothing. Nothing. Like as Glorilla's sister said, nothing. No one owes you nothing. No one owes you nothing. And I think that's at the core. If black people can understand that at the core, then we can get past all of this foolishness. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so because capitalism rewards capitalism. So when a community has an Ubuntu mindset or a socialist mindset in a capitalist society, you know what I mean? It's clashing. It's never, because if you have a socialist mindset in a capitalist society, you'll never be rewarded. Capitalism only rewards capitalism. Capitalism doesn't reward socialism. So you'll always be broke. Hello, like, come on, wake up. This is it. 777, rack them up. This is it. This is the core of the mentality. This is, we peeling the onion. We peeling the onion here. And then when you think about it, you got black rappers getting killed in their own hoods. Professional black athletes being pressed and pressured and shamed and sued by their family members for not giving enough. You got black business owners being slandered for quote unquote selling out and not quote unquote giving back to the community. You know what I mean? And then I'm just like, where does this come from? Where does this come from? You know what I'm saying? Black people complain all the time about, the crabs in the barrel. Well, who the crabs and who's the barrel? You know what I mean? What is really going on? He mentions how there's an African proverb principle, you know what I'm saying, where it's called Ubuntu, and it's I am because we are. It's a very communal proverb, and so I was just like, well, damn, black people for decades and almost probably centuries have always complained about living in a Eurocentric capitalist world and how, it's designed, the whole victim mentality thing, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, you play the game how the game go. If you want to win, you got to beat them at their own game. You feel me? Like, that's the only way this is going to go. And so I'm like, well, okay, if communalism and socialism is inherent within the black culture, then is capitalism a European ideology? Is capitalism a white thing? Like, what are we doing? What is this? You know what I mean? So there tends to be a success paradox, where the one that makes it is supposed to that one wave is supposed to raise the tide. It's supposed to lift everybody. That one who makes it is supposed to lift everybody up. And it's not enough to just be it's not enough to just be happy for them. You know what I mean? They gotta do for everybody else. You know what I mean? Which is very, very unfair to that person who, worked hard and worked their butt off to get to where they are. So what this is saying is that black people have abandonment issues, pretty much. Like, it is, and but that could very well be a thing, because as trauma-ridden as the black community is, as in a lot of the black culture, the black American culture is built on trauma. Let's keep that a beam. It's very plausible and reasonable to think that culturally black people have a lot of abandonment issues. And abandonment issues show up in various ways. I think I did a video a long time ago on the types of abandonment issues and how abandonment issues really come to the surface and show themselves. We're not going to get into that, but so when that one becomes successful and leaves, it's a form of abandonment, and black people take that personally. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, it's going against the communal, tribal, African cultural mindset. You know what I mean? I am because we are, and that kind of automatically goes against it. So there's a success tax on successful black people. You know what I mean? They're expected to give back. They're expected to give all that they have, because all that they have is owed to the community and to the family. And because it's the family, everything. Like when none of them were shooting in the gym, none of them was up late at night grinding, figuring it out, getting it out the mud. None of them were doing any of that, right? But yet when they become successful, they owe you everything, right? You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they think that they owe them everything, that's why whatever quote unquote little bit that they give them is never enough. That's why it's never enough. You see what I'm saying? You got to prune these people, man. You got to prune them. And sometimes you can't just prune them individually. You got to just you just got to throw out the baby with the bathwater, like just get them out of here. And I think I'm pretty sure that's what Glorilla is doing right now. I think the reason Black people hold so firmly to this mindset and this attitude is because it was ingrained in us from our childhoods. You know what I mean? This is how a lot of the slaves survived, by taking care of each other and helping each other up. You know what I mean? And so in the process of helping each other up, when one comes up, then we try to pull each other down. You know what I mean? Like it backfires in a way. It's perverted. In and of itself, it's a pure concept, but it gets perverted in an oppressive state. You see what I'm saying? Once again, we are a trauma-ridden culture, right? So there's a lot of abandonment issues. When there's an abandonment issue, there's a lack of trust. And a lot of pooling, when you pool things together, that requires what? It requires trust, right? And so it's hard to pool things together if the people don't trust each other. You know what I mean? And then of course a lot of people have been burnt by and people who don't trust can't be trusted either, right? Like that's another thing. So once again, it comes to the mindset. You have to use the communalism to protect yourself from the capitalism. You know what I mean?